August 9, 2022 makes it 10 years since His Royal Majesty Oghara Noble Ishemita Orefe III was coronated as the Ovie of Oghara Kingdom in Ethiopia West local government area of Delta State. The ascension of Orefe III opened a new chapter of peace and prosperity in Oghara Kingdom. His first task was to create a harmonious relationship between Orefe and Ogharaki, the two sub-clans that make up the kingdom. Conscious of the fact that Oghara, central town of the kingdom and headquarters of Ethiopia West Council area, hosts three major citadels of learning: Western Delta University, Delta State University Teaching Hospital, DELSUS, and Delta State Polytechnical Tefe, as well as Nigeria Naval Logistics Base, a stadium, and several petroleum tank farms such as Rain Oil, Nepal, Dutch, Blacklight, among others. Orefe III moved fast to facilitate a conducive industrial environment by tackling youth restiveness and other antisocial behavior. Today, Oghara enjoys the serenity of a cosmopolitan city where indigents and residents live and work with conviviality. A cordial relationship among the king, his people, government, and the corporate institutions have ensured that the major roads and adjoining streets are maintained. A visit to Oghara, day or night, presents a scenery beautified with modern structures, good roads, street lights, and commercial ventures such as banks and hotels. Speaking on his reign in the past 10 years, Noble Ishemita Orefe III expressed gratitude to God for his mercies and manifold blessings to him and the Oghara Kingdom.
I want to appreciate the Almighty God for seeing me and my kingdom through these past 10 years. 10 years is quite a long time, and looking backward, there have been a lot of challenges and a lot of good things that has happened to me and Oghara Kingdom.
The Ovie of Oghara Kingdom attributed the success in his kingdom so far to the support of former governors James Ibori, Emmanuel Odwara, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, and other well-meaning chiefs and indigents of the kingdom. Chief James Ibori, Governor of Delta State between 1999 and 2007, was pivotal to the rapid transformation of Oghara Kingdom. This fact, Orefe III graciously acknowledges.
Yes, you are very right by saying that I'm lucky to have a political juggernaut as one of my sons here. And I thank God always that my son is there. Wherever I go, they always ask of him, what am I trying to say? That my son is an institution. He has done so well for so many people in Delta. There are so many people who shower love on him. He is being somebody they go to consult on political matters. He remains our loved son in whom we are always well pleased. He's a very respectful man, and beyond Delta State, when I'm elsewhere, when they mention that name, they commend him and give me a respect for producing a son like that. His Excellency, Chief Onanefe Ibori, the Odidigbo of Africa. That is the son I'm referring to.
On her part, the Queen of Oghara Kingdom, Magistrate Iyobosa Ishemita, described 10 years of her husband's reign as Ovie of Oghara Kingdom as wonderful, stating that he has put the kingdom before personal needs.
The achievement so far I know is the peace that is in Oghara. And the youth, they have been calm, and I think everything has been going very well. There have been no war, no ethnic fights like youth disturbances. At least that one has been a very good thing that he has overcome in Oghara Kingdom. He knows how to handle being a king and also being a husband and also being a father to his house.
Besides the king and queen, key traditional chiefs and leaders of Oghara Kingdom spoke with enthusiasm on the performance of the king in the 10 years of his reign. The Prime Minister of Oghara Kingdom, Uzi Felix Ekerigo, Dunugbogodo of Orefe. Olorogun Stephen Igbiwe Dunugbogodo of Ogariki. Olorogun MacLean Agori, the President General of Oghara Kingdom. Olorogun Vincent Atuma described Orefe III as a huge blessing to the kingdom.
We have achieved a lot through him, because when he was installed as the Ovie of Oghara, Orefe III, there were so many good things that has been flowing in within Oghara. He has been very good. He takes care of all the areas within Oghara. He takes every person as his own daughter and son in Oghara. Anything that comes up, he stands by it.
Oghara will become more peaceful, very much more peaceful. And we expect that there will be a lot of progress, because our relationship, like I said earlier, our relationship with other communities, other kingdoms in Oghara have been cordial. Relationship with the companies in Oghara, with our non-citizens. I can tell you that we can now boast of more companies and investments coming to Oghara. So his reign will bring in prosperity, more prosperity and peace, not only to Oghara but to our neighbors. The Ukwu Ogharame, as a person, is very, very intelligent, very accommodating. It takes everybody along. It's not dictatorial. His cabinet is made up of, well, persons like our High Chief who brought you, Henry Offa, Moses Ogbe, Emmanuel Igomena, and lots of persons whom he has surrounded himself with. These people give him useful advice that will bring about peace and progress, and in fact, good working relationship with everybody around us. So I strongly believe that in the next 10 years, Oghara will be better off than what it is now.
He's a father indeed. He's a very caring man, and he's a good man. I'm enjoying him anyway. I'm enjoying him. He used to take care of both sides. No discrimination. He has taken every one of us as his own son. It's a nice man.
The coming in of the king make a lot of difference. As you can see today, we are living in harmony, in happiness. There's no further crisis again, because he's an understanding king. He's a king. When he sees that things is right, he always follow that. Even when people want to turn him around to go to the opposite side, it sounds right that this is the truth, and he follow the truth. And that is what has been saving this kingdom, that the peace we are enjoying today, that is why we are enjoying it.
Members of the political class also have a high opinion of the monarch. The member representing Ife Federal Constituency at the National Assembly, Honorable Roland Bernard Ikpakpa, the chairman of Ife West Local Government, Pastor Nelson Owosu, the executive assistant to the governor of Delta State on Education Matters, Dr. Henry Offa, noted that the pedigree of Ukwu Ogharaname Noble Eshemeton has positively rubbed off on the kingdom.
He's been one person that had this burning desire for development in the kingdom. While he was just an ordinary person, I'll call it, he's always at the forefront of assuring that there's peace, stability, and development in the community, and that he has brought to bear as the king of the kingdom over the years.
His Majesty is a peace-loving man, and he's smart, he's hardworking, and he has respect for his subjects. He's a perfect man. He's a perfect man. Yes, we have a good working relationship. As the king of this great kingdom, he has been of great help to us in this administration. When we invite him for a peace and security meeting, he's always there. He prioritizes the issue of this kingdom above his personal interest. So we have a good working relationship.
This king is very educated. He's a chartered accountant. And is a prudent management of resources. Based on the fact that he's also a Rotarian, he has managed human resources before. He was one time the District 1940 governor of Rotary International. So with all his wealth of experience, and he's also coming from the background of hospitality business. So he knows how to relate with people. So coming to the throne, it became very easy for him to now adapt to the system and to carry everybody along. He has been doing well. As the other day, you people inspected the new palace. He brought the initiative. We have kings. We had kings before, but as this one came on board, it came with the initiative of having a kingdom that this would be known as Oghara Kingdom, not a personal estate. Because where he is now is his own personal estate. And the former king too also lived in his own personal estate. But this one find it necessary and expedient for Oghara, as big as Oghara, to have a palace. He has been able to usher in peaceful coexistence between Oghareki and Orefe.
Chairman of the Central Planning Committee for the anniversary, Chief Williams Makinde, a former Delta State Commissioner, Chief Emmanuel Igomena, Chief Champion Patage, and Chief Kari Otano described the Ovie as a unifying monarch whose reign is transforming the kingdom.
And there are a lot of other projects that through him the governor has brought to the community. Due to the Bono market, they also came through the governor's approval. Look at the free market. It's a lot of program that has come to Oghara. And also the appointments of his sons into government has also come because of the relationship with the governor. So it's been a win-win situation for Oghara since he mounted the throne.
When the Ovie ascended the throne, of course, like he has also enumerated, which we can witness very well, has been a lot of development in Oghara land. A lot of development. We came together after his ascension to the throne of Oghara. We met, and then we had a summit, or we brainstormed for about 3 days, and then made a plan on how to develop Oghara. A part of the plan that we made at the summit in 2016, precisely at Asaba, one of that project is what we are following up today, which is the construction of a befitting palace for the people of Oghara. Over the years, Oghara has not gotten a central palace. Any traditional, any king that ascends the throne will use his private property, personal home, as the palace. But within these 10 years, Oghara has joined together, come together with one mind to build a palace that will be known as Oghara Palace. And that is part of the thing that we are considering in this 10-year anniversary. A lot of things are lined up, a lot of program activities have been lined up, which include chieftaincy title that will be given to people, both honorary and traditional, and then the raising of funds to complete the Oghara Palace. So generally, the past 10 years has been a period of achievement period of planning, period of achievement, a period of consolidation, a period of actually uniting Oghara together. Even though, no matter the situation, Oghara is one. Of course, it exists in two subdivisions, two sub-clans, Oghara Eki and Oghara Orefe. Of course, the two of them, they are children of one man known as Oghara, and we have been living together over the years. So, a lot of development within the past 10 years that we need to celebrate. Celebrate him and thank the Almighty God for all the achievements.
His Royal Majesty Uku Oghara Name is a loved king. The community loves him. Since his accession to the throne of our ancestors as the Royal Majesty, he has united the community. He has, you can say, he has brought developments. His relationship with sons and daughters of Oghara, very, very cordial. He has made the sometimes restive youths to calm down and give peace a chance. The companies that are operating here, they are happy. No one is disturbing them because the Ovie is proactive whenever any issue of insecurity is mentioned, most especially when it involves our sons and daughters. So the Ovie has been a peaceful king, and his reign has been peaceful.
The nation of Oghara being, a very prosperous place, a very developed place, a place that will be of first destination to investors, a place that everybody would like to visit, a place where peace will reign, a place where everyone would like to visit.
His period is peaceful. There is peace among the various communities, and as a result, because there is peace, there is progress in the kingdom. There is peace, the communities are not villages. And as a result of the peace, I think there is progress and harmony in the kingdom.
I think he has been dynamic, a wonderful ruler. He has tried, he has initiated many good things in this Oghara, including the palace, which has formed a pain in his heart. He started it and he wants to complete it, and he will complete it in this reign, in Jesus' name.
Now, what do you wish him? Peace-loving monarch, a monarch that has really saw to the development of the kingdom, a king that has made the unifying activities of the kingdom a topmost priority, such as the palace building, which I see as a unifying factor between the two sub-clans. This is Oghariki community, and it's one of the sub-clans that makes up Oghariki. So the king has done well, and he deserves a real celebration anniversary. And all of us, our hands are on deck to ensure a successful celebration.
A youth leader, Comrade James Ufoma Isiosu, and some daughters of the kingdom said the leadership of the Ovie of Oghara Kingdom in the last 10 years has turned Oghara youths and women into formidable stakeholders in the development project of the kingdom and Delta State in general.
At the wake of his reign, there was serious youth restiveness, and that stemmed from the fact that there was a kind of a dichotomy between the elders per se, which is the traditional council, and the youth at that time. There was a very serious lack of synergy. So, but when he came,
try to ensure a kind of an integration, strong working relationship that the youth should have a say in the affairs of the community, while the elders are also there to listen to them and also take their views in terms of the way the kingdom is being governed and in terms of policy matters. So I think that has gone a long way in bringing some level of quietness within the bodies of the youth.
Rector of Delta State Polytechnical Tefe, Professor Emmanuel Ufofibiri, noted that the synergy from the palace has been an energizer to the institution.
The king is a father. The child constantly needs his father's prayer. There's a saying in Yoruba land that the masquerade understands that human being owns the land where it performs. So the king's prayers are with us. Nothing we do without getting prayers from him. So if today we attain any development or we achieve anything, it's with his support, because this domain is quite peaceful and no meaningful development can take place in absence of peace. So his subjects work with us very peacefully and contribute towards the realization of the goals and objectives of this institution. So he stands with us, stand beside us, stand behind us, and stand, as they will say, gidigba, with us. So with that boldness, we're able to take certain developmental moves, and we effectuate them positively. So there's a synergy between me and the institution on one part and the kingdom, which the king symbolizes on one part. And that synergy is profitably productive.
4 years into his reign, Orefe III initiated the construction of a masterpiece central palace for the kingdom. The new palace would house the king's court, 2 wings as halls for the 2 sub-clans of Oghara and Orefe, as well as other facilities. The epicentral palace is under construction. Chief Lucky Omotakbo gives some insight into the plan and concept of the ultra-modern palace.
Yes, this palace project, as we see it today, is one of the resolutions at the Oghara summit, which was held at Asaba, that Oghara should have a befitting permanent palace. Because currently Oghara does not have a permanent palace for anybody who ascends the throne. And so, about sometime in 2017, I personally took it as a challenge to actualize the resolution, which in fact was actually one of the recommendations in the paper I presented at the summit. One good thing about this palace is that it will engender the unity, peace and love of the entire community. Because today Oghara is made up of 2 sub-clans, Oghariki and Orefe, which apparently operate independently. And so when this palace is eventually completed, it will bring us together as one. We are happy that we have a monarch who is very competent, straightforward, and committed to the socio-cultural, political, and economic development of the community. And we can see during this period of his throne that Oghara community is growing leaps and bounds.
As part of preparations for the 10th anniversary celebration, the Central Planning Committee visited the site of the palace under construction. Chairman of the committee, Chief Williams Makinde, announced plans for a fundraising during the anniversary program for the completion of the palace.
Well, the plans we have on the first day, there's going to be a carnival kind of to sensitize the community. There's going to be a roadshow with different communities, all we call them Munoka or Unegwa, That is the community that form Oghara. That of Ogariki and Orefe. Then there's going to be a football match on that day between Ogariki and Orefe. There's going to be a match pass. We already have a marine school here. They're going to provide some match pass and some schools. We'll do some match pass and some of the communities. Then the second day, which is the main event, there will be honorary title in the old palace where friends of Oghara who have contributed towards the development of Oghara will be given chieftaincy title. From there, they will move to the venue. We are thinking of using here as the venue so that when people are launching, they know what they are launching against. This project was started by Governor Okowa through the super deck. What we have super now is was built by the super deck. So we try to launch the completion of the place. Then the second, after the launching, the second day there will be, we'll start exhibition of made in Oghara product. The sneakers I'm wearing now is produced by an Oghara lady. She's a graduate of agriculture, but she does, has a small shoe factory in her apartment. We also want her to train some people. So there will be an exhibition of Oghara product on the second day. Then after that, we'll visit the motherless baby and some other homes. And so we'll go to the church on Sunday. After the church on Sunday, there will be a royal banquet to conclude the event.
And so, all roads will lead to Oghara from Monday 8th to Sunday 14th of August as the week-long anniversary celebration begins. One refrain that will echo through the land, both from strangers and indigents, will be Uku Oghara Name, Uku Oghara Name, Uku Oghara Name, Wosuto. And we too join to say to His Royal Majesty, Noble Ishemita Orefe III, Wosuto, may your reign be long.